The Boeing 737 MAX is one of the most talked about series of aircraft in recent history, and now the American aircraft manufacturer is under the pump as it attempts to certify the two remaining variants in the family so they can officially fly with passengers around the world, them being the 737 MAX 7, or just the 737-7, and finally the MAX 10. Today's focus centers around the smallest member of the series, that being the MAX 7, and of course, their consistent attempts to certify this plane, which has in recent days been dealt another blow to the progress and timeline for eventual deliveries, with, as per the Federal Aviation Administration, the aircraft now not being certified by the end of 2022. The race to get the plane certified had been an ongoing topic of conversation, with initially the expectation that the largest member, the Dash 10, would be approved by year's end, but this was quickly thrown out the door. New estimations predict that by the midway point of 2023, tentatively, we should see the largest variant approved. Quite the delay. The latest blow, though, is Boeing cannot certify even the smallest family member. The aircraft manufacturer has continued working with the Federal Aviation Administration to approve these planes. However, as we've learned throughout this process, which has to be said is a thorough one, on numerous occasions, crucial papers that have been submitted have been left incomplete or inaccurate, which has slowed down the process. You can think of it as if you are completing a research paper. Leaving it incomplete or potentially with inaccurate information can lead to points being deducted from your overall thing. Now apply that to an aircraft being submitted for certification, and of course it is of heightened importance. On top of all of this, the method by which regulators certify aircraft nowadays has also drastically changed, with heightened scrutiny and focus on ensuring that every single part is correct. While that's not to say there wasn't always a focus on providing safe airplanes before flying, one could certainly argue that it is now more of a focus. That means that for Boeing to certify these remaining MAX variants, well, no doubt it's going to be more demanding than, say, 4 years ago, or when they were certifying the other members of the family that are already flying with customers. This, of course, can also be noted across the pond in Europe, with Airbus and their upcoming planes, which are under heightened scrutiny as well. Through delays to the MAX's certification once more, Boeing faces risks that they may have to completely overhaul the alerting cockpit systems, a law that will be put in motion the day before the new year, and it will result in even further delays, some of which have been touted by analysts as potential program killers, notably with the MAX 10 in discussions there, and that is why, in a lot of recent orders by crucial customers for the largest member of the family, there are no doubt clauses in the contract where if the MAX 10 is shelved, the airline can either escape the contract or move to smaller aircraft types in the MAX family. Boeing, though, is still hoping that they can get this waived by Congress, which would naturally allow them to not have to move forward with the implementation of the new crew alerting systems. This has caused a bit of a rift between pilots, passengers, and the general public. It's been a pretty prolonged testing program for both the MAX 7 and MAX 10. I think we can all agree that the hope is to see these planes flying as soon as possible with airlines, and of course them to be deemed safe to grace our skies with their presence. It's been unfortunate that it has taken this long, but at the end of the day, you need the planes to be safe, and if that means that additional time has to be taken, then that is the case. The hope, though, is that for the customers that will be relying on these aircraft, well, they'll have adequate resources in place to cope with the potential additional delays that we witness for both aircraft series. A massive thank you to the cabin crew members. If you have any thoughts on the ongoing saga surrounding the MAX's certification, you do know the place that you can drop those. Thanks for watching, do take care, and I will indeed see you next time.